In the southern lands of what is now Pakistan, near the great Indus River, there lies the silent remains of a city that should never have existed for its time. A city with straight streets, advanced drainage systems, private bathrooms in homes, public water management. All of this was built more than 4,500 years ago, when most of the world was still living in mud huts and primitive villages. And yet this city was suddenly abandoned. No great battle, no massive destruction, no burned walls, no piles of weapons, just empty streets. This was Mohenjo-daro, one of the greatest cities of the Indus Valley Civilization, and one of the most mysterious disappearances in human history. At its height, Mohenjo-daro was home to tens of thousands of people. Farmers, merchants, craftsmen, builders, traders. It was not a small settlement. It was a thriving urban center, carefully planned and engineered. The city stood along the Indus River, one of the most important waterways of the ancient world. This river provided fertile soil, fresh water, and trade routes connecting distant regions. The people of Mohenjo-daro grew wheat and barley. They raised cattle, sheep, and goats. They produced pottery, jewelry, tools, and textiles. Archaeological evidence shows that they traded with civilizations as far away as Mesopotamia in modern-day Iraq. This was a connected world, not an isolated one. But what truly sets Mohenjo-daro apart is how advanced it was. Unlike most ancient cities that grew randomly over time, Mohenjo-daro was designed from the ground up. Its streets ran in straight lines, intersecting at right angles like a modern city grid. Houses were built from standardized baked bricks, making them strong and long-lasting. Many homes had inner courtyards, private wells, bathing areas, and toilets connected to a city-wide drainage system. Wastewater flowed through covered brick channels beneath the streets, carrying filth away from living spaces. This level of sanitation would not appear again in most of the world until the 19th century. At the center of the city stood a massive structure known today as the Great Bath, a large waterproof pool lined with bricks and sealed with natural tar, complete with staircases leading down into the water and channels for filling and draining it. Scholars believe it was used for ritual purification, religious ceremonies, or communal gatherings. It was not simply a bath. It was a symbol of organized civic life. What is equally fascinating is what archaeologists did not find. There were no grand palaces, no royal tombs, no statues of kings or rulers, no massive monuments celebrating conquest or power. Unlike Egypt or Mesopotamia, Mohenjo-daro shows little evidence of a ruling elite dominating society. This suggests the civilization may have been unusually egalitarian for its time, possibly governed by councils or community leaders rather than powerful monarchs. Daily life in the city appears calm and orderly. At dawn, farmers would walk toward the fertile fields along the riverbanks. Merchants would open workshops and prepare goods for trade. Potters fired clay vessels in kilns. Weavers produced cloth. Children played in the streets between brick homes. Women baked bread, stored grain, and managed household life. The city was clean, structured, and peaceful. For centuries, this civilization flourished. And then, around 1900 BCE, something changed. Slowly at first, and then completely, the city was abandoned. Buildings stopped being repaired. Neighborhoods emptied. Streets fell silent. But why? One major theory suggests environmental change. The Indus River may have shifted its course, cutting off water supplies. Repeated flooding may have destroyed farmland. Long-term climate shifts may have reduced rainfall, causing droughts and food shortages. Without stable agriculture, a city of this size could not survive. Another theory points to powerful floods that may have repeatedly damaged the city, forcing people to relocate over time. But none of these explanations fully account for the sudden and complete abandonment. There are no clear signs of slow decay, no evidence of widespread starvation, no layers of war destruction. Then there is the most unsettling discovery. A small number of human skeletons were found lying in the streets, not buried, not arranged, not showing signs of combat, just collapsed where they stood. Some researchers once speculated about a sudden catastrophe such as disease, poisoning, or even a massive natural explosion, though most scientists today remain cautious about such claims. Still, the mystery remains. Why would a highly organized, advanced civilization simply disappear? Why was the city never rebuilt? Why did no later culture settle over it for centuries? As sand slowly covered the ruins, Mohenjo-daro vanished from human memory. No written history survived to tell its story. The Indus script remains largely undeciphered, leaving us without voices from the people themselves. For thousands of years, the city was forgotten. It was only in the 19th century that archaeologists uncovered the brick streets beneath the earth and realized they had found one of the world's oldest and most advanced urban civilizations. Mohenjo-daro changed our understanding of early human society. It proved that complex cities, sanitation systems, and organized urban life existed long before many famous empires. Yet its end remains one of history's greatest unanswered questions. Perhaps climate destroyed it. Perhaps nature forced its people away. Perhaps a disaster we no longer understand struck suddenly. Or perhaps its people simply chose to leave in search of better lands. What is certain is this: Mohenjo-daro was not a primitive settlement. It was a civilization ahead of its time, and it vanished in silence. Its empty streets still stand as a reminder that even the most advanced societies are fragile. Not all empires fall by war. Some fade quietly, and some disappear without leaving a reason behind.